mankind can enter this dunya or this universe, yeah, this our time frame, yeah, and they are the evil among the jinn, the shayateen. They are jinn believers. They won't enter this dunya. So a person cannot make an agreement like that unless that person is committing shirk. There are many soothsayers, magicians, and so forth now, even in the past. They do make some kind of agreement. Right? We have many stories in the past that the jinn, the shayateen, they come and they say that do this, worship the idols, and we will make you do this and so on. So they can do that. But for a believer to do that with the jinn, the evil jinn, is haram. It's actually shirk. Yeah. So no, we can't do that. Some people say that in Bengal, I'm not sure how many people are Bengali, say Jinni Mu'min, yeah? And the Jinni Mu'min has got this person in the mosque. That's why he's always inside the mosque, because it's a Jinni Mu'min inside him, and he's so pious, and they go to him for barakah and all this stuff. All rubbish, yeah? But there's no such thing. A Jinn Mu'min does not enter this dunya. The Mu'min cannot possess a human being. Yeah?
Can I just say, regarding scratching, what was it? You scratch my back and I scratch. I'm not sure which part of the jinn you're going to be scratching, so I don't think it's really a good idea at all, actually.
Yeah, we do have questions on the floor, I believe, as well. So I'll take one from the brother side. Brother Ali.
Yeah, one for the jinn. What's the best way to give advice to non-Muslims about the idea of jinn? Because obviously they find it hard about the other things. So how can we explain about jinn?
Just to declare my lackings, this is not the most specialist field. Like I said very clearly, it's not my field. So Brother Abdullah, he probably has some more insight. He can answer where it's relevant. The other thing I can say is that the concept of jinns are not exclusive to Muslims, by the way. Yeah, within the Judeo-Christian roots and existence and culture, they have these concepts. So we're not, the whole idea of exorcism, for example. The Christians, some of the Christian groups go to serious lengths with exorcism, and in some of the African countries, I'm not encouraging you to YouTube, but you'll see some of the crazy things that they do. So I don't think that all non-Muslims in general are very distant from the idea. Certainly those who perhaps don't have any kind of consideration for God, they might find it even more difficult to believe. And others who have roots in God might find it difficult because they're not really, what can I say, very interactive with their faith and so on and so forth. I'm not sure if jinn should be the most important issue to go with to a non-Muslim. There's probably many other things, but it certainly make an interesting discussion.
Can I just remind the two speakers as well to keep their answers really short, because again we are against time. I'll read another one at random. When angels were asked to prostrate before Adam alayhi salam, why, if Iblis was a jinn, was he present and asked?
I didn't go into that. It's a long story, actually. There are differences of opinion among scholars. Imam Ibn Kathir, to save time, Imam Ibn Kathir, if you go back to his tafsir and his stories of the prophets, and you go to the chapter on the life of Adam alayhi salam, you'll find the different opinion and his opinion so and so. They say that there is an opinion that obviously there is a different opinion among the scholars whether Iblis was angel and then he was a fallen angel and so on. So we don't really believe in that concept of fallen angel, right? But the correct opinion is that when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam alayhi salam, he ordered the angels to prostrate to Adam alayhi salam. That was not the Garden of Eden, as some scholars mentioned. It was somewhere else. So Iblis was not inside in paradise. There are so many other things we can say, but just to save time, inshallah.
Yeah. Any questions on the floor?
Yeah, there was a sheikh online on a website called Roadside to Islam. Allah is unaware of this. He was telling us that there are jinns who live in our homes everywhere, and obviously the disobedient ones are the ones that enter through the human body. And many, like for example, once they hear you waking up from your beds, they rise to the ceiling, Allah Ya'lam, and they stay there, so they do not come in contact with the humans. And most believing that I thought that these would be the believing jinns that will rise to the ceiling. And he also went ahead to say that sometimes you're asleep and you can feel your duvet sometimes just moving off your leg, or a whisper, it's fajr. And he did advise us that sometimes the jinns could wake us up. These believing jinns. And can you tell us more about the masjid in Saudi Arabia that's just created for jinns?
Again, these are all, you know, there are some reports. There are some reports that says that. But as I said, there is no such thing, as far as I'm aware, that a jinn believer can come and possess a human being and so. But the jinn, they don't live within our world, but they can, you know, see us perhaps sometimes and so on and so forth. As I said, the jinn, the evil jinn, they come and they possess human beings if the human being is not in wudu or disobeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and so on and so forth. But there are jinns who are believers, and we know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentioned in the Quran in Surah Jinn, that, you know, a group of jinn, they came and listened to the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and they believed in the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But jinn believers possessing human beings, that's not something.
If they were to possess a human being, then they're not believing jinns.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah, only the disbelieving or shayateen among the jinn.
But
they,
why would the disobedient jinns rise to the ceiling while we walk about?
I can't, as far as I know, I can't remember. I don't know of a hadith. I can't remember a hadith says this. So I'm not going to comment if it's not a hadith. I don't remember reading a hadith on that. Allah.
Okay, we have a question here. Can jinns take your valuable possessions?
I think the MI5 would benefit from this kind of answers. To be honest, of course they can. I mean, it's not like that's impossible to do. However, you need to be very careful, because sometimes in the house, when something's missing, we're willing to, maybe blame the daughter-in-law or this, that. A lot of those kind of things happen. So, I don't think I can give you a blanket answer except to say that it's possible. It's not anything that's impossible.
Okay, because of time, we'll just take one more question. I know I've got papers, lots and lots of paper. The last one. If you could please clarify again the difference between shaitan and jinn. And also, you said that a wife must attend to her husband's call, but say the wife was ill or had some other problems that she could not attend to her husband's call, would that be accounted for as a sin? And what are the conditions, if you could go in depth, please? I don't think we can go into depth with that. Just really shortly, Ustad, the difference between shaitan and jinn and the call question.
I'll answer the other one. The sister's question. I'm assuming there's more sister.
Just get into the book.
If you're not going to answer, should I?
Alright, okay. Firstly, the difference between shayateen and the jinn. We know there is the main iblis. He's the main devil that Allah SWT created to, cause havoc in the universe, cause havoc among the human beings. He has also soldiers, like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, لا يعلم جنود ربك إلا هو. Allah also has soldiers among the angels. Iblis has also soldiers among the jinn and the shayateen. Now the evil jinns, again also the different opinion and so on and so forth. That's to briefly say it. The evil jinns are, if you like, called the shayateen. The evil jinns are called the shayateen, and the big shaitan, Iblis, is the the actual ringleader, if you like. Yeah. So if you go back to different books, inshallah, I recommend 2 books on these kind of topics. One book is it's a series of Aqidah books. It's by Dr. Sulaiman al-Ashqar. It's called The Belief in the Angels and the Jinns and so on and so forth. Another book is called The World of the Angels by Sheikh Abdul Hamid Kishk. All available in English. You can go in the bookshops and buy. The question regarding you said that the wife must attend to the husband and call and so on and so forth. Now, obviously, there are conditions and there are situations where if a husband calls the hadith, what the Prophet said, if the wife is cooking and is placing the pot in the fire and the husband is calling the wife, she has to leave the cooking and respond to the husband. So the Prophet is saying this to show the importance of the obedience to the husbands. It doesn't mean that the husband does not consider the psychological, the physical, the spiritual, the environmental, different states of the women. If the woman is not capable, it's not, spiritually or physically, psychologically, then that's an excuse for her to say no. I can't, or I'm not feeling well, or I'm not, so on and so forth. So there are conditions like that. It's not a blanket that woman, you have to come, right, like that. It's not like that. The Prophet Muhammad did not do it like that. You want to add anything on that? It's also vice versa, right? And the Prophet said, if the husband does not attend to the wife's need and she is not satisfied and so on and so forth, then he will be sinful. So also applies in the other way. You want to add, sister? Or? 2 books. The first book the author is called Sheikh Abdul Hamid Kishk, and the publishers are Dar al-Taqwa. So it's very basic and very nice book. You can read it half an hour. It took me to read it half an hour. Word of Angels. And it's called The Word of Angels. And the other book is called. There are other books, but these 2 come to my mind. 3 books actually. The other book is by Dr. Suleiman Ibn Umar al-Ashqar, and this is basically published by IIIPH. It's a series of Aqidah books. It's an Islamic Creed series, and it's called The Belief in the Angels. Again, very short book you can buy. Another one is called The World of the Angels and the Jinns, published by Al-Bashir publication in America, but you'll find it in this country also. So these 3 books in English, if you go to Sheikh Google and type them up, you'll find it. Inshallah.
Okay, that's it for the question and answers, brothers and sisters. Just before we do finish our evening, just a few announcements. First thing is that we do hold weekly circles in Holborn Masjid, which is on Grazing Road, every Fridays after Asr. So at the moment we are starting the circles around 7 p.m. And that's for brothers only for now. However, we do have plans to inshallah open that up to sisters, because there are facilities available inshallah very soon on a separate floor, and we've got the mic system, alhamdulillah. So we'll be looking into that inshallah. Also, a few more things. We are planning a soup kitchen during the month of Ramadan. And for those who don't know what a soup kitchen is, it's almost like an event where we feed...
Kitchen full of soup.
No, it's not. it's a kitchen not full of soup. It can be taking place outside or inside. Mobile, yeah. It's the whole purpose of it is to feed the poor and destitute, or people that are not as fortunate as perhaps some of us are here. And that will be taking place in the month of Ramadan. The date has not been agreed or fixed as of yet, but information will be on our website, inshallah. Also, we have a big similar event on the last sermon and shama'il of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Again, the dates to be confirmed. So watch out on our website, www.holbornmuslimcircles.org.uk. .org. And finally, brothers and sisters, please do follow us on Facebook, because we are quite active on Facebook. We've got a channel on YouTube and we're on Twitter, and trying to utilize to our best of our abilities the technology and the media out there.
You're not on LinkedIn.
Sorry?
You're not in LinkedIn.
No. We're not in LinkedIn.
LinkedIn or LinkedIn?
LinkedIn. Anyway, the list goes on and on.
We need to link ourselves with Allah now, yes?
Yes, so we will pray Maghrib now, inshallah. We do apologize, we started a little bit late and we're finishing a little bit late. Forgive us for any mistakes that we have made. And we will have, I'm not finished, brothers. We will have a little bucket or a little container where if you do have any loose change with you, brothers and sisters, please do help the cause and help the da'wah work. Inshallah. Jazakallahu khairan. Jazakallahu khair for the speakers taking the time and coming. Subhana rabbika rabbil izzati amma yasifun wa salamun ala al-mursalin walhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.